Recruiters are swamped with applications, spending weeks on screening and still missing top talent. Selection Lab automates the process from testing skills to scheduling interviews, cutting that workload by up to 85%. Lotte, when a candidate applies, what happens next? Walk us through the process.
Basically, when a candidate applies, they start a chat through WhatsApp or either a smart chat, and they can ask all the questions that they want around the job, but also the system asks them the questions that we need to know in order to know if they're a great fit or not. So basically, like, do they have the experience? Do they have a driver's license? Stuff like that. And if they do, they move on to a specialized assessment to figure out if they have the actual skill set as well to continue to that process. And if they do, they get a link directly to the agenda of the recruiter and they can plan their own live interview.
You've just launched Lexi, your AI assistant. How does she decide what each candidate should be tested on?
Lexi has access to our database in which we've gathered all the data that we need to know what predictors are for success in specific job roles. And she then combines that with your specific vacancy job description. So combining these two things, she can tell you these are the things that you need to know from the candidate in order to know if they're a good fit or not. And then she creates a complete selection flow for you. So from the chat all the way up to planning the interview. But of course, as a recruiter, you can completely tailor make that process, right? She just lays it on for you. You can use it, but you can also completely tailor make it to your needs.
So how specifically are you using AI and your product offerings to help improve the recruitment process?
Because our AI assistant helps you create these selection flows in 2 minutes, you can be sure to have a very objective and validated selection flow to know which candidates are of the highest quality. But also because we combine different sets of tests with AI, it's really transparent on which candidate is the best candidate and why. But also it makes sure that you can completely automate the process from the campaign up until the live interview, because you have that chat and skill sets all roll into one.
Now, you're using things like games, personality quizzes, and AI to figure out who will do well. How do you know it actually works?
That's a very good question. Well, first of all the tests, of course, have been externally scientifically validated. But most importantly, once candidates go through the system and they're hired or not, we take a look at who actually does well and performs well. So we take that data, put it back into the system and learn over time. We become smarter and smarter to see what the actual predictors for success are. And then we bring that back to the front again.
How do you make sure these tests are fair and safe? For example, how do you stop cheating or people getting outside help?
So that's a very important question because AI can now do basically everything for you, right? So we've put up a lot of fraud detectors. For instance, we can take a look at what you see on your screen, or we can hear the audio of what it is that you're doing. So if you allow AI to help you out or you let a friend do it for you, we can see so and we detect you trying to cheat. Of course, this is all done with the consent of the applicant.
Many recruiters worry about handing control to AI. How do you earn their trust?
I mean, it's a very understandable thought, right? But it's always important to know that AI does not make the hiring decisions. So it's a very transparent, complete selection flow.
There's always a person involved at some stage.
Of course, yes. And the recruiter can see everything that happens. And again, it's a very transparent thing, but the recruiter decides who moves on to the next round or not. So they don't have to be worried that AI is going to make decisions for them.
How quickly do companies start seeing results, and what does that typically look like?
Some results are seen immediately, right? Because we lower the drop-off rate tremendously. And then after that as well, they are going to see a lot of time saved because of the automation. They don't have to put in all the admin anymore and stuff like that. But later on, they will see other ROI pluses, for instance, with the retention rates, right? The retention rate goes up drastically within 6 to 12 months.
You've worked on inclusion issues globally. Can technology like yours really help make hiring more diverse?
Like you said, this is the reason why I started this company, right? And we've been doing it for 5 years and we've already seen that we're moving that needle. Because a lot of the times recruiters make decisions based on their gut feeling, or even more hiring managers do so. And because we use objective and validated data in the selection process, you see that companies hire much more diverse. There's much more diversity in the hires that they make.